Hi guys, this is Heidi Stitching Faye, back with the flosstube extra with my special guest, with my big sister, Mari. Hi. And today's date is June 26, 2023. This is I'm doing extra, and we're in this video we're only gonna show my sister's finishes and WIPs, and we're just gonna talk about her journey of stitching. So I will title it as Cross Stitch Extra, so you guys will know, and I'll have a regular update in a week. Before we start, I do wanna do two housekeeping. The winner of the garden party did not contact me, and her name is Catherine Davis. Until July 3rd, I will keep it. After that, next video I'll start, which I'm planning to do in July 3rd or 4th. I will take another name if Catherine Davis doesn't contact me on Instagram with a private message, or they email me. I will put my contact information down. And I wanted to show something. I got a stitchy gift from a friend, a new friend, Amy, and she sent me this nice card with the Spring Queen because she saw my Mirabilia video and she wanted to share one of her extra pattern. Thank you so much, Amy. I really appreciate, and I do appreciate your friendship. Now I have all my queens and I need to stitch them all. So far I have only stitched 2, and I am planning to stitch more of it. And that said, I'm just gonna let Mari this is our second take, and I'm gonna let Mari talk and introduce her work, and we'll just chime in sometime, right?
Yes. I want to say thank you for inviting me to your YouTube community. I enjoy each and every one of your YouTubes. Whenever bell ring, that thing comes up, I have to watch it. Even though if I'm busy, I start watching piece by piece, but by the end of it, I finish it.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
They are long ones.
Because I watched you, I find out that you have a lot of different varieties. You could say obsession, but you have a lot of different varieties of designers you like. A few of them I picked it up from your video. You'll see what I picked it up from you, and I'm gonna start doing that. But to let you know, everyone, I did not know anything about cross stitching. I've been asking her to do it for me. Gladly she's been doing it for me, but one time she said, and if you start doing it on your own, you will appreciate it too. I said, is it difficult? She said, no, we'll just pick it up, easy piece. And she showed me how to do X, and then how to change the colors, a few stuff. And then she said, pick the pattern. She assumed that I'm gonna pick the easy pattern, but I like certain
basic.
But I want to share with you what I picked my first pattern.
The very first pattern that she ever stitched.
I don't know the name, so I'm gonna ask my sister to, because she's good at it. She's gonna tell you guys the name.
I'm gonna try to find out the name of the pattern. I think I hit the pattern here. It's a Nora Corbett, Pixie Couture. No, those are the gift and the...
Okay.
Alright.
So this is the one I picked it up. I like the pattern, and I did change few of the stuff. I do like to do things like that because kind of like I leave my own signature by, like, for example, do you see these beads going all the way? It's not in a pattern, so I decided to do it. Yes. The material and the stuff... you may say it.
Okay, she stitched this on 14 count oatmeal Ada from the Joann's, just a regular oatmeal Ada, and she did call for DMC and beads, and look how good it looks, the beads. Can you tell that this is her very first cross stitch she has ever done, ever? And she started with Nora Corbett, which people think it's difficult, so this is a proof, right, that this is not as difficult as people think. And yeah, this is her very first work, and I will find out. It's Pixie Couture collection. It's one of her older 130 something. If I find it, I'll put it on the description, the name of it, so if people need it, they can find it. Okay.
And that was first one, and then when it worked out, which I was super excited that I able to bring it up, the the pattern to life. It looks much better when you finish it with the colors. So I got excited. Sure, you know it. I decided to get another one, and this one was.
And she doesn't do small. She goes big or there's a saying, go big or go home.
Okay, then I picked it up this one.
All right. Let me just stand up so
Yeah.
you can talk. And
Yes.
this is how big
This
it is.
I have. My kids think I have obsession for mermaid. They can say that. Maybe it's true or not. I don't know because I have a lot of mermaids. But the thing is, I love the color variations. I love the beadworks. I did change some of the stuff from the pattern because I wanted to be my own.
And it has a story, right?
Yes, it does have a story. Each one of my work I want to dedicate to someone or have a story, so whoever is going to pick it up, they would know what it is about. This is about me and my sister, which is Heidi. The older one is me and the younger one is her. So I dedicate it for our sisterhood.
I usually follow her, like when we were kids, and was that like when we lived it was that orphanage, that place that we lived. So she would walk and I would behind her. I always like, even if she was doing something, I would hold her tail and just walk behind her. So
Yeah.
this is us.
We've been inseparable.
Since
She's my best friend.
Yeah, since our mom died, she became my adoptive mom, even though we are not that different age-wise.
2 years different.
Yeah, and I've been following her and stuff, and she's being semi mom, especially when we were in that, I don't want to call it orphanage, but it was the place that they placed the kids who lost their parents. Anyways, yeah, I used to follow her around.
So this I did it. Like again, every time I do something, since I don't understand, it is my second work. Did not know how to measure. Did not know if I see the pattern, how much space it would take, or how many colors I have to get, all that stuff. So I would just ask her, can you guide me? So we would go to either Joanne or Michael's, and she would just tell me how to shop for the DMC colors. How about the material?
But the material we did not get from Joanne. This is a hand-dyed fabric. We discovered also at eBay and hand-dyed fabrics at 14 count Ada, but it's hand-dyed. And the beads and cranic is our famous 1, 2, 3 stitch. Oh my God, it looks so good, Mar. The beads. So yeah, and we kit it up together. And she's a monogamous stitcher, so she did it in one.
Yes.
How long did it take you to do this?
6 months.
6 months, and she got a Mirabilia, but she stitches only one project at a time. Oof, it's heavy.
Oh, it is.
You can put it
I
aside.
like to finish it before I get to the next, because that's how my brain works.
Sorry for the noises. It amplifies it when it's on the camera.
Okay, and then that worked out. I loved it, so I went for another mermaid.
You can.
That's why my family thinks that I have a mermaid obsession.
I have it too. I'm actually gonna do your one with the nautical, all the mermaids or ships. I wanna do video only, not only Mirabilia, but all the mermaid or water themed summary things. Like it's, I'm gonna show them. People gonna know who has the mermaid issues, me or you.
Yeah, again, on the pattern, I didn't follow the pattern. I changed the colors because I wanted the tail to look powerful. In my mind, I thought, you know, the color, because their color
It's a
was
salmon color. It's green. This pink part that she did it was green. I showed it on my Mirabilia finish parade, and I did it by the Cold for colors. She changed it. You can like, I want to show it. See, she added more bling. She added more cranics and stuff.
Yes.
So even though it's the same pattern, it looks totally different.
Yes, and I wanted to dedicate this, like I mentioned, at each one of my
Kids.
art. It has to have some story. This is for my older daughter.
My head got tired.
She's beautiful. She's to me, and so I just wanted to show her that she doesn't see herself as beautiful as I see it, but she's powerful and pretty, and this is her. I see that the mermaids cannot see themselves in the water, but they are magical. So for me, my daughter, older daughter, is magical person.
So this is a gift for your older daughter.
Yes.
So all of her stitches, you can put it
Yeah,
away.
I have a pouch in it.
Yeah, and they have already owners. Mine is a Goodwill. Hers, it's already dedicated. The names are written down and everything. Mine is, I'm like, don't throw them away.
Okay. And of course, I did mention it. I do not have any obsession with the mermaid. So this is my
It's
third.
Mermaid Verde.
Yes, I did another one. I like the way this mermaid came out. This one is, I think, is my younger daughter. She's.
And this is a Nora Corbett
Yes, it is
pattern, not Mirabilia.
But I don't think I changed much in here.
No, except the fabric. It's a 14 count.
Yes.
Teal color.
Yes.
Ada.
I do not go for any other fabrics because I'm afraid I cannot work on it. I'm gonna go slowly, but one day I'm gonna pick it up and start doing it too. But this
So
is
it's safe to say you're Ada stitcher.
yes, I am. The higher, the lowest number, yes, the number is higher. The lower, the
Yes, like 11 is bigger squares, like 18 is 22, 18 is a smaller square. So 14 is the 16, 14 is the most people use.
I went up to 18.
18 is smaller, so you can still do 2 strands, but I think it gets crowded.
Yes.
I do 1 over 1 on 18 count, 1 floss.
No, I've done 2 by 2 because I want it to
A lot of
have
people do that,
like
yeah.
a 3-dimensional look. I've noticed
But
that.
this is 14.
Yes, I do 14, 16, and 18. This is 14.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks gorgeous. Okay, let's not. The glass things there, she put the regular glasses because we didn't know that museum glass and stuff at that time, so we did a lot of it regular glasses instead of anti-glare. But the newer one, like this one, has
Okay.
anti-glare, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
This one is another one that I did it, but
Mirabilia.
Mirabilia, and like I mentioned it before, I do change a lot of patterns. If you guys can, those who know that this table is thin in a pattern, I changed it, and these flames is changed too. A lot of things is changed because I try to make it work with my room decor. Yes.
She also changed the coffee. This pattern doesn't say coffee. It says Earl Grey, and the pattern name is actually Earl Grey. And it's a full coverage, by the way. So she did change this part. I'm gonna put tea because I don't want the same as her. I have it kitted up, but it's Earl Grey tea pattern. She made it into her coffee pattern.
Yes, I love it. Actually, I love the moon.
Yeah. The beads.
If you
She
can.
does a good moon.
Yes.
Look at all the beads. Oh my god, it looks so good, Mar.
Yes, it is beautiful.
And I love it the way she personalized it. And this one also has an owner already.
Yes, it has a pouch.
She puts notes like, this is a good idea. I don't do it, but she has a pouch. You cannot show the pattern.
No,
But
it's a note.
She puts a message to her kids or whoever is gonna receive it. She puts a little bit stuff like the pattern, when she did it, how she felt it, like, so she gives a lot of history.
I want whoever is getting it to know why I did it and who is it for, because us not having anything from our mom, so I felt
We
like
have few pictures only. We had
That's
to
it.
ask other people if they took a picture with her, and that's how we found her pictures.
that's
So-
why I wanted my kids to know
Have memories.
memories of whatever I've done, what is my passion, what is interested, why I did it.
Or who you are,
Who
how
I am.
you think at that time that you did
That's
it. Like,
true.
we're never gonna be 30 again. We never, like, when you do it, how did you, who you were, what were you thinking?
Yeah,
So
the time.
she's putting a lot of history.
And again, can you tell what size? I think 14, 16.
It looks like 14 count hand-dyed Ida.
But it's a-
Hand-dyed, that means it's a little bit tighter. So if it's hand-dyed Ida, I think it can go. You can even say 16 count because hand-dyed shrink.
Okay.
So even though it's 14, it's 16 count kind of looks, but the beads are so nicely and you know, they're not crowding. They are sitting nicely. When I do a 32, sometimes they crowd. Yours looks good. It doesn't crowd. Very pretty. It's one of my favorites. She should have dedicated to me, but she didn't. I'm a coffee drinker.
This one, again, my story is my younger daughter, which is 20 years old, loves drinking coffee. And every time she picks, I look at this picture, it reminds me of her passionately drinking coffee. So it's in my kitchen. So it constantly reminds me.
I'm gonna do it too. It's gonna go over there with my coffee. I want to have a coffee bowl because me and my daughter, who is not a child, she's young adult, she can drink it. We are coffee drinkers. My son and my husband, actually, he drinks it too, but he's not a coffee drinker. So it's me and my daughter.
I got a lot of coffee mugs and tea mugs, so I forgot to bring them.
She has a whole collection. She has a very cute coffee corner.
No, actually I got a patterns too.
Oh, we're gonna see more patterns.
But I didn't bring it with me because
why?
Because did you see how much stuff I brought it over?
I am grateful she brought it because she had to bring from her house. Her house has.
I already decorated it.
Yeah, and it's. I think we have more space and the lighting is different in my house. Yes. So I want to spend time with her. We were gonna go shopping afterwards.
That's true.
This was an excuse.
But
so she brought it here.
Next time when you come over, I'm gonna show, or whenever I come over to show her, I'll just bring actually selection of the.
You can bring WIPs and we can update together.
WIPs.
Okay, like patterns, and I'll show my coffee themes and you show yours, and we can like maybe if it's interesting.
It's
we can
the month of the year, like March, April, May.
The Mirabilia one.
No,
Nora Corbett one.
No.
Okay, let's not guess.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to another one I discovered from my sister is a Lizzie Kate pattern. I love that. I found
Schooler and Lizzie Kate, my favorite designers.
Yes. I discovered that I enjoy sampler.
Oh, samplers, yeah.
Yes, because it's meaningful, and every time I read it,
it's like heirloom pieces.
That's true, and it kind of constantly reminds you how important is the life is, and each thing that we take it for granted. So having these kind of pieces, I enjoy it. It reminds what is marriage. This one is for the marriage, and I enjoy it.
I did the house one in our house when I wanted to do it when my kids were younger, but I did it. It will give it to them when they have their own houses with the young kids.
Yeah. I changed the colors on this one too.
Oh, it's not called for?
No. Okay. I like certain colors, so I changed it. So it is,
but it's in the spirit of. I feel like this. The blues and browns are Lizzie Kate colors and purple.
Yes, I have the wall where I put a lot of interesting samplers. So this is part of my wall where I put the samplers. And can you tell what size I used it?
I think Fiddler's Cloth or something, 14 count Fiddler's Cloth. It has a little bit fuzzy in between the squares. It's not oatmeal, it's more fiddler looking. Yeah, but it's 14 count and looks amazing, Mar.
Yes.
Is this an anti-glare or this is also?
Honestly, I've done a lot of mistakes on framing it because I did not know, and none of the framers that I took it. This is Hobby
Lobby. I know their frame is this is a metal frame from Hobby Lobby.
But they asked me how you want it, and unfortunately, me being unexperienced, I did not know.
Museum glass, you have to say anti-glare or
if you don't say it, they offer you, and
I did not know about spacers too. I learned later on that like with the beaded stuff and stuff or some cross stitches, you need to put spacers so that over time they don't get moldy and stuff.
Exactly. So I don't know what kind of glass, but it looks like it's glaring because you see on the video.
So it's a regular glass.
Yeah, it's a regular glass. But further on, when I do it now, I know a lot of things about it. So
I found a framer in our local Hobby Lobby, and she knows needlework. So I think so far I have taken her few works, and she's doing it good. That makes noise.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to show the other frames?
I wanna start mine, finish it, and then I get there. Okay. This is who's the designer?
Nora Corbett.
Okay, Nora Corbett. It's incompleted 2020. I started it when the COVID started it. I enjoy the
You talk.
yeah. I enjoy.
So this is a WIP, work in
yes,
progress.
Work in progress. Dragonfly, because there was Kevin Costner movie that I watched it once long time ago. I don't know the name.
Oh, it's a beautiful movie.
Yes, and I believe that Dragonfly brings the luck. So during that COVID hassle time, or whatever we call
Crazy.
crazy time, I decided to do something like this. So put my mind away, and maybe the luck will come to our family. So it's not finished. I'm planning to finish it. There's no beads, and as you can tell, the wings are not completed, but it's in a work in progress.
And okay.
Okay, this one, it's my own, how should I say it?
Conversion?
My conversion. I use Lizzie Kate again,
Monthlies.
monthlies. I took some of the decors, like not all of them,
About the charms too.
charms too, to create calendar, my own version of calendar.
And the colors, are they called for colors,
No.
or you're using your own?
I'm using my own, but honestly, even though I went this far, I didn't like the background color.
You don't like the fabric?
No, I don't like
It's too modern. Oh, because you're putting next to the samplers, you want it
Yes.
more neutral looking color. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
More
you can-
antique, like
You can
like
put
a
your
paper.
kids' room or something. Well, kids, when I said there.
Yeah, probably. I'm not gonna discard it. I'm gonna
No,
finish it.
finish it. It's
But for
pretty.
the wall that I'm thinking of adding it
Yeah.
on, the color is not going.
Because the other samplers are neutral, especially the mother sampler from
Yes.
the
Well, I did the
lavender
mother's
and lace.
lavender and lace mother sample, which is, as far as the in generation, my mother's side end up going, and we able to actually she able to track it.
That's
And-
also another hobby.
Yes, she did, and I'm grateful for that. So
We went like 4 generations. My mother, mother's mother, mother's mother's mother, and mother's mother's. The 4th one, mother. Did I say that right, or did I say too many mothers?
I think you said too many mothers.
Uh,
So bottom line is, I did that, and I love it. So I want to match it. I picked
you talk.
I picked the neutral color. Therefore, I want to make sure that everything that I do, it goes with that color. That's why I'm not so crazy about the background. That's what I said. However, I'm still gonna finish it. All right.
Sorry, it was triggering the noise on the door and would drive everybody crazy, and I don't want to restart again.
Okay.
The 3rd time, you're gonna kill me.
I want to show you something that I started it, but I made a mistake along the way, and I got disappointed
Show me
because
the
I'm a new stitcher. I cannot catch my mistake as fast as my sister does. So it got to the point that obviously I couldn't count the way the chart was. I started Elizabeth by Mirabelle. Yeah.
Mirabilia,
Yes,
yeah.
I did this. However, my sister today suggested a few steps to correct
can
it.
bring it closer.
Yes. All right.
So you can show, this is the area you think you made a mistake,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
This is the correct area,
Yes.
middle of the pattern.
Yes.
I'm telling her, like, start stitching from here, ignore this, don't even touch. Come all the way and work this area, and this part, you just fudge it. Instead
Okay.
of restarting or anything, because it's 50% done.
Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, I got so disappointed. I cannot figure out how to fix it, so I just stopped it. And
No,
I
you
started
should.
it long while ago, like
This is a oatmeal 14 count Ada, so she used to do it everything. That's how she knows it's older one.
yeah.
It's not hand dyed, but it's a lot of work she's done, and I think you should finish it.
I love it too.
I think
especially
it's
I
gonna be
like
gorgeous.
her. I like her hair.
Just get closer.
Yes.
You beat it already, right? Her head.
Yes, I do it
She looks
because I
gorgeous,
don't
Mommy.
put it in a hoop. I don't hoop it.
So you're an in-hand stitcher.
Yes,
so,
I am.
Okay, so you can go as you stitch. You can also do the
Yes.
beading. Unlike me, I have to do it at the end because I use for fancy ladies Q-snap, and they crush the beads, and they don't even go through the Q snap.
Okay, no, I do freehanding, so I love it.
A lot of work is done, Mari.
Yes, I know. So that's why I have to work on it and fix
Yeah.
it. I feel bad.
So this is Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
From Mirabilia.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And the other one is...
Okay. This one, I started it. What is this called? Let me see.
Bianca Bella. I know this one because you have the pattern, you don't have the name. You have the receipt, and you also have the bead pack.
Like I said, she's my helper on everything.
Bianca Bella MD130.
Okay.
And it is from 2012 or 2013 pattern, Bianca Bella.
Okay, this started it because one of my cousin's kids had a birthday, and she liked Disney Snow White.
Snow White, yeah.
And this is the
This is the interpretation of Nora's interpretation of the Snow White. She's biting the red apple, and looks very good, and the color still and stuff, you know.
However, since I am not such a professional one, so I couldn't anticipate the time frame.
Yeah, 6 months for one project.
Yes, this is quite a lot of work for someone like me. So her birthday was a month before I started it, so I got...
You didn't give yourself time.
Yeah, I didn't. So I'm still gonna finish it. So
For my birthday.
No, I'm still gonna give it to her. But maybe I'm gonna give it to her when it's her next birthday.
It's her 20th birthday. Or
so that's
beautiful.
my start, not finish.
And she also does beading. So you did a middle start.
I
can see you did a middle start, and you went up to her arm, and 14 count oatmeal Ada.
To be honest with you, usually I like to start with the head. I know it's not correct.
No,
but
a lot of stitchers do that because they feel weird to stitch body without head. I'm like
really?
that too. Yeah.
So I thought I was the weird one.
No. A lot of floss tubers say they like trail their way up to the head because they want to make sure that the pattern has heads.
Oh, okay. Because usually the way I do it, it's not the way cross stitchers do it. I just do it because I get pleasure out of it. And these ones that I'm gonna share with you is the patterns that I'm planning to finish by end of the Christmas.
So
before the Christmas starts.
This is your current WIP.
Yes.
And you cannot show the pattern. No. You don't have a cover page though. This is a long dog samplers. And we don't know the name. Why don't you give me the pattern? I can read on the other side if I can see.
I made a copy. I don't think you could get
You can show the top. Let me see if I can get the name of the pattern.
I love how stars and everything. So the background. I think my sister thinks the long dog samplers are long, and my background.
You might not have enough fabric. I think long dog sampler, this is a bigger one than, no, it has to be longer. It goes like this Christmassy, but I think she didn't give herself enough space. You might run out, so you have to modify it.
Yes, I think I'm gonna modify it, but this one I decided that, I already did so many of them with her. Maybe I can figure out
the fabric is small. If you got a bigger cut, I think would have been enough. I think you got a small cut.
But since it is like a
puzzle,
so I'm thinking I could do 2 different pieces.
Yeah.
I could just do one like this and then buy another one.
Do it. Frame it and put them next to each other.
So it becomes continuation.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm thinking I'm gonna do it.
And she's using 14 count hand printed. The other side is clear. 16 count Ada, and this is printed Ada from Etsy store.
Yes. Okay. All right. We need to. Where is the other ones?
Which other ones?
The snowmans.
No, it's here.
Okay. I want to share with you 2 snowmen This is Lizzie Kate. I mentioned it that I want to start. That it represent all my family members, and I was gonna do the way the pattern is, but she gave me an idea which I'm taking it. It's exactly the way I might have done it. Each one of the snowmen is gonna represent one of my family members, so I'm gonna add initials of their first names either on the bottom or on top. Which one do you think is better, on the bottom or on the top?
I think like do you see the box over here? Like put us some letters of first because you guys all have different letters.
Yes.
First letters, so add it. So like one is H, one is M, one is A, one is R. You know.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna do that because I like to change it anyway. So
And this is the
Lizzie Kate.
the fabric she chose.
Yeah.
It's more cream, deep cream color, 14 count 8. No, it looks like 16 count Ada. And it is available 1, 2, 3 stitch, and it comes with the beads. Buttons. Yeah, just another button company buttons. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Another one I picked it up recently. She was sharing with all of you this designer. I never done this, never, because since I'm a
it's perforated paper.
Yes, it is, and the yarns are.
They are not separated, so the way it goes, it says red, light red, dark red, very dark red, pink, pinkish, light pink, very light pink, and you have to figure out which one is which strand. So separating floss is a little bit for some people.
Yes. For me, because I was just going with the names and numbers, it was easier for me to organize it.
Just by the skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one is going to be a little bit more outside of my comfort zone, but I'm planning to do it because this one is going to be me and my husband, and it represents both of us. Like I said, all of my cross stitching has stories, and this is going to be me and my husband. And I'm planning to finish it by Christmas, so I'm gonna share with you.
Yeah, this one full coverage. So what I do full coverage, I put it on a hoop. Well, I showed in one of my videos, and I add fabric around it to tighten it because the perforated papers, they tug on the floss, and special, so you don't want it to get too
so that's why I'm saying
used, because it's a paper, like if you pull it too much you might ruin the perforated paper. So I use a hoop for the full coverages.
Okay, that's why I'm here in the right place, right time. The right person who's gonna give me guidance today how to do it, so I could start.
We're just gonna talk about cross stitch. All right, so
I have a few cross stitches that she gave it to me, and I framed it.
Years.
Yes, over the years. I have a lot more, but I forgot to bring it. So it is few of them that I keep it next to my bedroom, in the dining room and my kids' room. So I just wanted to share with that all of you. This is one of the oldest one that she gave it to me when she was in a college. I am in Zodiac, a dragon. So she wanted to give me a good luck.
And it's done on 14 count, regular white Ada.
I love it.
Cross Stitch World magazine. I think I used to get that magazine, and I got a lot of patterns from that magazine.
I framed it, so please don't mind a lot of mistakes, because at the time I did not know that you could just take it to professional one and do it nice stuff. So I framed it. I destroyed some of the length, so right now I cannot take it to the framer.
Yeah, they won't do it because it's cut too close to the stitching.
Yes. So, but I'm enjoying it every single day. It's next to my bed. I love it. And another one that she did it, I love it so much. This one.
It's called Footprints by Leisure Arts, and this is with the called for floss, but the fabric is 14 count. Oatmeal Ada from Joann's, and I have stitched mine with the brown tones because where I put it, it's more brownish, but this one is the called for. I know the Dimension has a kit with the footprints. I know Stony Creeks, I believe, has one pattern, not exactly, but with this same footprints. So the one I stitched is from the 80s leaflet.
Okay.
I found it, but I love the sentiment of this
wording,
poem or wording,
Yes.
and it. From the moment I read it, I wanted everybody to have it and read it too. So
This is in my dining room, and every single day, it doesn't matter how many times I pass it by, somehow it's like,
you read a little bit of it, right? Reminder.
yes, it's just, I have to stop. I read it from the top to the bottom. I finish it and then I continue. And it makes me feel so
Appreciate.
good. Yes.
That's what I say. Like, I love this poem because it makes you appreciate every day. It doesn't have to be something, like a regular day you appreciate when you read this,
Okay, I have another big piece that she gave it to my kids when my daughter was born, my older one, for her room. I asked her to do, this is how we started it. I asked her to do this for me and she didn't mind, she did it. I loved it. I love the colors. I love the way everything came
This
out.
is how, like, you can talk, yeah.
Yeah, in a baby's room, it's perfect. All the colors and baby bears. I love it. And then that's when she told me, I don't mind doing it for you, but I think you would appreciate if you start doing your own stuff. Mine, I will give it to you again, but you should have your own. Then I started it, and I'm enjoying it.
You're
Yes.
glad that you pick up
Yes.
this hobby, right?
Yes.
Even though it's gonna cost you a little bit.
Yes, but
it is so therapeutic. It calms the soul. That's what I said,
especially
right?
when you finish it, like accomplished.
you feel like you run a marathon, and at the end of it, like,
Yeah.
you wanna just.
Yes. And another piece that she did it for me, however, did not frame it. I'm still planning to do it. I like the vibrant colors that she used it. Again, it's for my kids' room that she did it.
20 years.
Yes, this one. I love it.
So she has 2 daughters. When she got it, the daughters were younger. And the porcupine, we have a history. The area we stayed, like, after we lost our mom, we temporarily stayed in a orphanage / area for kids. Anyways, so there was a lot of porcupines, and we used to hold them. And if you hold them from the bottom and very gently, they are not scared, they won't poke you. But like the baby ones, they would let us hold it on our hands, the tiny ones, remember?
Yeah.
And they would not poke us.
So
we had a
we
good
enjoy. It reminded of some portion of our childhood.
experience. Yeah, that time of our lives.
Yes, and we wanted to bring it to my kids' life. I love the colors. I like neon colors, and she put a lot of them. It's so good.
Those are the demon neon colors from DMC that they fray and they come out of your needle. It's so hard to stitch with. I cannot believe it.
Do you see how detailed work she did? How many colors she changed it? When I saw this, I thought, oh my goodness, it is just so difficult, so hard. But the way she was talking about cross stitching made me feel like
Passionately.
yes, you are passionate, and I love it. It's because of the way she talks. Sometimes when we call each other, we talk about
Cross stitch.
the cross stitching. She tells me, oh, I picked up the new one. She tells me the name even though I don't know anything. She takes a picture from her phone and